Greetings and welcome to another video. It's Saturday 25th of June 2022 and as you can see we're starting today at the Buckatree Hall near the Wrekin in Wellington. Now today's plan is to explore another one of those nature footpaths, nature walks that I found here when I was last here 2 weeks ago. And the mission is to end up at Little Wenlock, specifically at the pub, the Huntsman of Little Wenlock. And well, we're going to find out how we're going to get there today. So yeah, let's begin. As you can see from where we are, you've got this road here. And if we were to follow a road in the direction in front of us, that way basically, we'd be heading down to Wellington itself. And as I think I've said before, Wellington is one of my favourite parts of Telford. But yeah, we're not going that way today, of course. The plan is, as I said, to come around this way. And yeah. Now if you saw the videos that I made when I was last here 2 weeks ago, then obviously you'll already recognise where we are. I was hoping to be here last weekend doing this video, but I had a spot of hay fever going on, so yeah. I wasn't feeling very good with the hay fever, so yeah, that's why I'm making this video today instead. So yeah, if we were to follow the road continuing in front of us, if we were to follow straight on along the road, we'll end up at the Wrekin itself. Now a couple of years ago I did make a couple of videos exploring the Wrekin and climbing to the top, but I think it's high time I visit the Wrekin again in a future video. So I'll have to sort that out soon enough. In the meantime, however, we're going up this way. And as you can see, we're at the Urkelwood Nature Reserve, and we're going to be following one of the Wrekin Forest Trails, which are all through that gate there. But before we get that, I would just want to take notice of something over here, because when I was last here 2 weeks ago, I was following a section of a Shropshire way, and I think I saw a signpost saying a section of a Shropshire way is along this path up here. I'll have to double check that, but again, that'll be worth exploring in a future video. And over here, I love this. You've got this wood carving. It's absolutely gorgeous, this is. No doubt representing one of the many fossils you can find in this area. So yeah, when I was younger, especially in my teenage years, I used to love paleontology, and I tried to learn everything I could about paleontology. So yeah, it's an interest I still hold on to nowadays, but I'll have to get back into learning more about it. So yeah, but like I said, I love this wood, this piece of artwork in front of me. It's gorgeous. Anyway, let's continue on our mission along this path here. Now, as you can see from here, there are various footpaths we can follow. Starting with the, well, as you can see, obviously walk is welcome. Then you've got the Wrekin Forest Trails, a section of which we explored when I was last here 2 weeks ago. And part of that you've got the green, red and yellow circular trails. Next is a section of the well, a public footpath and a section of a Shropshire Way main route, which we explored 2 weeks ago. And from where I'm standing now, if you follow the signposts for the Shropshire Way and also this section of the Telford T50 50-mile trail, you can find yourself back to the Wrekin Golf Club in Wellington. But more about that, by all means, we talked about that 2 weeks ago in my previous videos. So yeah, probably mention that again briefly later. But we've just come through the gate. And as you can see over here, Shropshire Wildlife Trust, welcome to the Urkel. The Urkel is one of the largest remaining sessile oak woodlands in the West Midlands, awash with bluebells in late spring on the lower ground. The sessile oak, sometimes called the Welsh oak, differs from the English oak by having stalked leaves and stalkless acorns. At the top of the hill, the trees grow low, twisted and stunted by the wind. Pierred flycatchers nest here, wavy hair grass blowing beneath in the slightest breeze. Oaks are fantastic for insects. In a single day, nearly 900 different species were identified here. This abundance provides a rich supply of food, just the thing for songbirds arriving from Africa and resident birds such as woodpeckers. 2 large quarries occupy the centre of the reserve. The blast of dynamite has long ceased, but its massive force exposed the Earth's most ancient history. Ripples in the rock face tell the tale of a long-vanished seashore. The land would have been lapped by subtropical waves some 500 million years ago. Look out in autumn for a dark, scaly toadstool called Old Man of the Woods. It grows almost nowhere in Britain apart from the valleys of the Severn and Thames. So yeah, that's some really good information to know right there about the Urkel and the Urkel Nature Reserve. So yeah, on that note, let's carry on this way along the footpath in front of us. And as I said, 2 weeks ago I explored this footpath for the first time, and if we were to follow the section of footpath marked out as the Shropshire Way and or the Telford T50 50-mile trail, if we were to follow one of those two signposts, we'll end up back in Wellington at the Wrekin Golf Club. But we're not going to be following those paths today because, well, I've already explored those footpaths when I was last here 2 weeks ago. Instead, we're going to be following a different section of footpath, a different direction that we didn't explore last time, with the intention of connecting up to one of my previous videos from 2 weeks ago, and in the end finding our way to Little Wenlock and the huntsman of Little Wenlock. So yeah, with that in mind, let's follow this path a bit further and get going. Weather's pretty nice this afternoon, which I'm pleasantly surprised by, because it was raining this morning. I'd thought there was going to be some kind of like thunderstorm breakout this morning, but I guess all the rain happened last night. So yeah, that is pretty fortunate, because obviously it's freed the day up for this gorgeous weather going on today. Perfect for making this video. So yeah, this is where we want to be at the moment. Yeah, just take another look around at where we are at the moment. So we see a signpost here, which is going to be important. As you can see, if we were to go that way to my left, okay, that way, the Telford T50 50-mile trail, the Shropshire Way, and the green, red and yellow circular trails of the Wrekin Forest Trail, all of which point off in that direction. And as we know, when we were here 2 weeks ago, that way takes us back to the Wrekin Golf Club in Wellington. And as I said at the time when I was here 2 weeks ago, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous path to explore. I really loved it. Absolutely good times. And if anyone's able to do so, if you're able to do so, then definitely explore that way yourself. It's worth the effort. But we're not going that way today. Instead, if we just come over here, to my right is another footpath. In fact, there's another signpost over here. Over here, as you can just about see, let me move this. It's the green and red circular routes, part of the Wrekin Forest Trail. And they take you up this way. Okay. So yeah, like I said, that way to my left takes you along the Telford T50 mile trail on the Shropshire Way back to Wrekin Golf Club, but we're not going that way. Instead, we're coming this way. Now, it's this way which I'm expecting will connect us back to, well, link us up to a video I made last week, which I'll mention later on in this video. And from there, providing everything goes to plan, we're going to end up at Little Wenlock. Oh, this is going to be good. We've got a wooden boardwalk in front of me, which, yeah, as you can see, makes walking this section of path a lot easier, a lot smoother. So if you're walking this way yourself, yeah, you've got a boardwalk to make use of. Now, the last video I made 2 weeks ago, I began at Wrekin Golf Club and Limekiln Woods, and it was there that I decided to follow the green and red circular trails of the Wrekin Forest Trail, and the plan was to end up back at the Buckatree Hotel. But obviously that plan didn't work because I took a wrong turn. And this video, well, obviously starting at the Buckatree Hall Hotel and trying to figure out, well, connect from where I started today up to the point where I got lost 2 weeks ago. So yeah. Oops. Nearly tripped over a root or a bit of wood. Mind your footing, obviously, be careful with putting your feet. So yeah. Well, the point is to, okay, we've got a signpost over there, a few yards in front of me. Let's get a closer look at that. So far the path is pretty easy going, pretty smooth. Again, it's just a matter of watching where you're putting your feet so you don't trip over anything. And here we are. The signpost, as you can see, Wrekin Forest Trails, the green and red circular trails are pointing this way in front of me, and we're going uphill a little bit. So yeah. So yeah, let's carry on this way, up the hill, and see where it takes us. So here we are at the top of the hill, and you can see on my left here, another signpost, leaning against this old tree. But still clearly saying that the green and red circular trails of the Wrekin Forest Trail pointing straight ahead this way. So yeah, I was thinking maybe if it's possible to see part of the Wrekin Golf Club from here, but I don't think we will be able to see any of that from here. Definitely from the other end of this route, like if you were to watch my video from 2 weeks ago, as some of the path I explored in that video does skate around the edge of the golf club, you'll see a few beautiful sights there. But even here, it's like, as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous around here. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe I've never explored around here before. Absolutely amazing. As you can see, we've got another signpost in front of us on my left here, and just like the previous signpost we saw, Wrekin Forest Trails, the green and red circular trails are pointing straight ahead of us. So obviously we continue on this way. Now at some point, I'm not sure how far it's going to be, but not far I don't think. We should be coming across the main road. Yeah, we'll be coming across the main road in a few minutes, which is going to be part of the trail we're exploring. But as I say, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I can actually see the road in front of me right now through some of the trees. So it's only a few yards, basically. But before we get there, we're obviously following the path to my left. And yeah. Almost there. Okay, here we are. Now what we're going to do obviously is go through the gate here, and we're going to follow again the Wrekin Forest Trail, the green and red circular trails which point quite clearly to my left. But to get to where we want to go, well, to follow those green and red circular trails, we've obviously got to walk along the road here. Now if we look to my right, if we were to follow the road in the direction we are currently facing, that'll take us back to where we started today's video, at the Buckatree Hall Hotel, and it'll also take us to the Wrekin. So yeah. And if we look behind me, obviously that's the path we've been exploring, the Wrekin Forest Trails, specifically the green and red circular trails. And as we've just seen, that way will take us back to where we started this video. But what we want to do is come over to my left here, and as you can see, there's a gate a few yards in front of us. Let's go have a look. Now that's the gate I'm talking about. And this road here, as I found out when I was here 2 weeks ago, if we follow the road far enough in the direction I'm facing, that will take us to Little Wenlock. But before we get to that, I want to have a look over here. As you can see, the Wrekin Forest Trails and the red and green circular trails, along with the Hutchinson Way, all point off in that direction in front of me. And as we know from the video I made 2 weeks ago, if we were to follow the path in that direction, That will take us back to Wrekin Golf Club and some gorgeous views and sights along the way. And it'll take us back to Limekiln Woodland Nature Reserve. And yeah, just back to Wellington. But we're not going to go that way because we already explored that path 2 weeks ago in my video, Limekiln Wood to Little Wenlock. And if you remember, for people who saw that video, okay, I got here and saw this little saw this map, and I got confused by the map. When I was making that video 2 weeks ago, my plan was, let's see, where are we? Yeah, because we were here, and my plan was to follow this because yeah, I was like over here, and I followed the green circular trail all the way around to here, okay, and that's where we are now. The plan, and what I should have done was, the plan was to reconnect to this green path here, go this way, end up down here at the Buckatree Hall Hotel. Okay, now for me to achieve that plan, what I should have done was go that way, in the direction I am currently facing, because doing so would have connected me onto the path we've just explored in this video today, and it would have brought me out to the Buckatree Hall, back where we started in today's video. But no, for anyone who saw the video I made 2 weeks ago, I didn't do that. Instead, well, I went that way to Little Wenlock. So the moral of this story, the point of what I'm saying right now, if you find yourself where I'm standing at the moment, after following either the green or red circular trail of the Wrekin Forest Trail, if you did what I did 2 weeks ago and start at the Wrekin Golf Club and the Limekiln Wood Nature Reserve, following the red or green circular trails, and if you want to, and you find yourself where I'm standing now, if you want to complete the circuit and end up at the Buckatree Hall Hotel, then you go that way, in the direction I'm currently facing, and it's only, what, 5-6 yards along the road before you reconnect to the path which we've explored in this video today, and you get to where you want to go to at the Buckatree Hall Hotel. And of course, the reverse is true. If you're doing what I've done today and starting at the Buckatree Hall Hotel, and you find yourself where I'm standing now, and you want to continue following either the red or green circular trails to end up at the Wrekin Golf Club and the Limekiln Circular Trail, sorry, the Limekiln Wood Nature Reserve I meant to say. If that's your intention, then obviously you go forward in the direction that I'm facing right now. But as I've already explored this path in front of me 2 weeks ago, we're not going that way. Instead, as I stated near the start of this video I'm currently making, the plan is to head up this way, follow this road to Little Wenlock. Now, as I found out last time when I came up this way, it's going to be a bit of a walk. Well, a long walk, not too long, but it's going to be a fair distance anyway. So yeah, but as we're travelling along the road, the edge of the road, it's going to be a smooth walk anyway. So with that in mind, let's carry on and get ourselves to Little Wenlock. As you can see, things are starting to open up now as we're in more open countryside. It's beautiful around here. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, the plan is to keep on following the main road to my left here, follow the main road until we get to Little Wenlock. But at this point onwards, if we look over my shoulder to my right, we're going to start seeing some really nice views of the Wrekin Hill. But some of the better views of the Wrekin we won't see until we've travelled further along this road here and got on top and well reached the top of the hill that we're about to climb. So yeah, let's carry on with that. Now when I was last walking up this road 2 weeks ago, making my way to Little Wenlock, as I'll try and point out in a few minutes, there are some gorgeous sights to see along the way. I loved them. Random point of interest, on my right here are these steps leading up to that metal gate, which in turn leads to a footpath. Now obviously I don't know where that path goes, and more importantly I don't know if this is a public footpath or not. I can't see any... Wait a minute, hang on a minute. I was going to say I can't see any signposts saying if this is a public footpath, but then if we look over here, we can see a rather well hidden signpost saying public footpath. So yeah, clearly that is a public footpath, but as I said, I don't know where it goes. I'm not going to explore that way today. Maybe another day, if I remember. But yeah, let's get back to the main mission of carrying on this way to get to Little Wenlock, especially as it's about to rain. So yeah, let's carry on. Yeah, I've just heard some thunder rolling. Seems like some storm clouds are coming up. But if we look to my right here, you've got some gorgeous scenery of a Shropshire countryside right in front of me. And there you see an absolutely beautiful view of the Wrekin Hill. Yeah, a storm is definitely coming, I think. Best carry on this way as quick as I can. So here we are at the end of my journey today. Welcome to Little Wenlock under the Wrekin, elevation 720 feet. Yeah, I enjoyed making this video today. It's a good little video. So yeah. And if you come over here for a moment, the National Byway, Much Wenlock Loop. The National Byway is a 3,000-mile long leisure cycling route round Britain on lightly trafficked rural lanes, with heritage sites its focus and rural regeneration its purpose. The Much Wenlock Loop heads west from here on its way to the Roman city at Wrekin. It skirts the edge of a 1,300-foot high Wrekin, a great hill, formed from some of the oldest rocks in Britain, disgorged from a volcanic cleft 900 million years ago. More than 2,000 years ago, it was an Iron Age settlement. The Cornovi people made the hilltop their capital and fought fiercely against the Roman invaders. The National Byway in this area is supported by energy company MEB as part of the MEB Save Your Energy for Life programme. So yeah, good times. On that note, I'm going to finish this video here and say thank you to everyone watching this video. I really do appreciate the time you've taken to watch this video today. Thank you. I'm now going to go to the pub to get out of the rain and have a pint. So yeah. See you all soon in the next video. Take care of yourselves and have a good Saturday.